Hey everyone, Joe with the Idaho Prepper channel. And as most of us know in the prepping community, each day our country grows more and more unstable. As you can see when you go through the current events, we seem to be entering into a higher threat level situation. And so I thought it would be a good idea to go ahead and maybe reevaluate the evacuation system that my family and I have in place. As far as like bugging out or evacuating our home in case of an emergency. And so I thought I'd go ahead and add a few extra contingencies to our plan that are more focused on defense. So and how it relates to a more higher threat situation. So today I'd like to show you what I've added to this system and this strategy. And hopefully I can inspire you to maybe revisit whatever evacuation plans you and your family have in place. So stay tuned, this should be a good video. Okay, so obviously what you're looking at is a ton of gear here, and I know most of you are probably thinking, that's just way too much stuff. But the fact is, there's actually more to it. This is about 80%. Of the stuff. It's just some of the things that are missing here are just the rest of my family's provisions and clothes, stuff like that. But for the most part, what you see here is pretty much the foundation of what I like to consider my emergency gear. So I'm not going to go into detail and break open each bag. I kind of just show you what each thing is and kind of give you an idea of what's in each bag and my thinking around why I would be bringing it. So obviously, I mean, it is a ton of stuff, but like I said in the opening of the video, it's really I'm bringing some more stuff to try to bridge the gap of like a more high threat situation. So if my family and I have to evacuate the house and we're going into a hostile environment, whether it's, an invasion of some type or just total, civil breakdown, I'm going to be basically bringing in a little bit more defensive type equipment with me. So the original evacuation plan that I've had for my family and I has kind of been focused more on just evacuating the home in case of like a fire, something like that. We have to get out really quick. And so that system consisted mostly of just like our clothes and some food, and then like our essential like items, family heirlooms, birth certificates, stuff like that. So all that stuff is part of this system as well. I just added a few more things, like I said, that are more focused on the defensive aspect of things. So I'll just go ahead and start with kind of the basics. And this is something that I always kind of keep next to my dresser in our bedroom, but this is just a duffel bag full of, it's about 3 days worth of clothes. So, my pants, socks, underwear, some sweatshirts, and a jacket. So that's it's 3 days of clothes right there. This here is basically 3 cans of ammo. It's exactly what it looks like, and each can accompanies each weapon that my wife and I share. So, or we don't share, but each weapon that my wife and I have. So that's pretty much that. This here is both my wife and I's AR platforms. Like I said, I'm not going to get into this stuff too much, but just, just go ahead and assume that's what's in here. And I'm just keeping it in a bag. I'm trying to keep everything pretty much separated from itself, and I'm just trying to keep all of my gear that pertains to one thing in one bag. So obviously this is where the guns are, and in each one of these pockets is the firearm related stuff. So here I have 3 extra magazines, and then In this packet here, I carry some shooting gloves, my shooting glasses, and then ear protection. And then in this bag here, or this pouch rather, I keep cleaning kits for both the rifles and the handguns. So moving on. And I keep both the pistols in that bag as well. This here is just a reach out and touch me rifle. I won't get into it, but basically this is just a high powered rifle with a good high powered optic on it. So this can be used for defense or hunting. This bag here is, and I've discussed this in one of my live streams, but this is a bag that I just got. I actually mainly got this bag for clothes for like when my family and I go camping. But I thought it would probably make a good like defensive loadout bag. So that's how I have it set up just for this video. So I'm kind of trying it out, seeing if it even makes sense. One of my main concerns is that it would be too heavy with all the gear I put in here, and it is heavy. So this is a bag that I really do not intend on carrying more than, you know, from the room that it's in to the back of our vehicle. So keep in mind that is the idea with all of this gear. I have no intention of trying to hoof any of this stuff on foot. It's really meant to like, it's evacuation situation, and we're putting all of our gear as a family in our family vehicle and we're taking off. I know some of you are going to probably ask like, well, what happens, you know, if the vehicle breaks down or you can't, the roads become clogged. And obviously my thinking is, my thinking around that is it's better to just plan big, bring as much stuff as you can. And then as the situation unfolds and the situation presents itself, you can kind of jettison your gear as needed. So if that, if something like that happens, we get to a point where the roads are clogged or not moving and we have to abandon our vehicle, God forbid, I have gear set up that we can bring on foot and just carry on foot, and some of it would have to just be abandoned. But for the most part, obviously I wouldn't be taking a lot of what's in this bag. Wouldn't be taking all that ammo. Probably wouldn't be taking this whole case of water here. So at that point, if that was to happen, for instance, this is my wife's Bugout bag. This here is like my, it's kind of like an admin navigation pouch that I keep on my chest, and it works with my Bugout bag. So if we had to abandon the vehicle, my wife would be taking this bag, I'd be taking this bag along with this, probably a rifle, and then in this tote over here, my kids all have Bugout bags in there as well. So that's pretty much what we'd be doing if that situation was to occur, and we would survive just fine. We just wouldn't be surviving as comfortably if we had all of this stuff. So I know that those questions are going to come up in the comment section, so I'll just go ahead and answer it ahead of time. But like I said, so my wife's Bugout bag, my navigation pouch, and then this here is the Loadout bag, and in here, and I'll go ahead and make sure to leave links in the description where you can get these. I actually got this during that Amazon day, so I got like 35% off on this bag. So got a pretty good deal on this bag. But inside here, I have some shooting gloves in this pouch right here. This here is just a chest rig mag pouch. Right here I have my combat belt, and there is a Some extra mags on the side here for both my rifle and my pistol. There's a dump pouch. This is an IFAK, and I got a canteen and a holster. This here is a gas mask with an extra filter in there. This here is just another IFAK, kind of a blowout kit. I have some basic BDUs in here. I have a basically just a combat knife or bushcraft knife. And you know, I don't know if this is exactly how I'm going to arrange this bag. It was mostly just trying to see what, you know, how much bulky, you know, how much stuff I could fit in here and what, you know, I might need. But everything I put in here was just basically related to like a very high threat, severe situation. So keep that in mind as I'm pulling gear out of here. This is actually a stretcher. So if somebody's down and needs to be transported, this like folds out and like 2 or 3 or 4 people can carry that person with this. And then here I have my plate carrier, again with extra rifle mags and pistol mags. And these side pouches, I just have, in this pouch, I have some extra 2-way radios with a charging station. I believe I have, yeah, I have three radios in here, and the antennas are all in here as well. So. Not all of these pouches are full. Like I said, I've just kind of, at this point, this is kind of just a concept bag that I'm working on. So I didn't put a whole lot of thought into this bag, but you know, as time goes on, I'm just gonna see if it works. I'll probably add more to it, maybe deduct some stuff. But like I said, I mean, I basically bought it just for my clothes for when my family and I go on vacation. So that's pretty much what this bag's gonna be. If it does work out as a loadout bag and I really like it, I'll probably just go ahead and purchase another one because it's actually a pretty nice bag. Here is a splint that I actually just got. Got an awesome deal on that. Here I have a compressed bandage. And then here I have a Minuteman Medic trauma kit. Alright, so moving on, I carry 2 holsters for our concealed weapons. So my wife and I both have the same concealed carry weapon. It's a Smith & Wesson 9mm shield. So this is a open carry holster for that weapon, and this is a concealed carry holster for that weapon. And then, you know, I always keep my pistol on me. So here's mine here. It's already in a concealed carry holster. All right, and I think that's pretty much all I have in this bag for right now. I mean, like I said, it was getting pretty heavy. It's probably with all this gear in there here. I was probably creeping up on 100 pounds, I'm guessing, because I run steel plates in this plate carrier. So just that alone is quite a bit of weight. And then all the extra magazines that are fully loaded. So, all right, so moving on here. And this tote here is not exactly sure how much food this would last, how long this food would last, but it's basically, that's what this tote is. It's just all food that we would bring. Most of it is, a lot of it's freeze-dried, most of it's freeze-dried, and then I have some MREs here too that all have heaters so we can eat them on, you know, on the go. But I got some Mountain House scrambled eggs, some Bready Wise, lasagna meal. Here's an MRE. There's a 72-hour kit. This is a Z Ration Zombie MRE. I actually just bought this about a week ago. So I reached out to the company. I'm not getting any money or anything, not collaborating with them, but I let them know that I was probably going to be doing a review on this MRE, but it looked pretty cool. I like the fact that from their website, you can go on and pick and choose the stuff that you want in your MRE. So this is I think the spicy chicken taco one, and it's basically 48 hours. There's 2 days worth of food in here, or it's got the 2 entree kit. So anyways, looking forward to testing this out, and I'll make sure to do a video on this. And then, like I said, I'm not getting anything from this company. I did reach out to them and tell them that I was making a video, but they didn't respond. So we'll see how it goes. So I'll make sure to test it before I start plugging it. This here is just some Mountain House, kind of a dessert. I have some more of these. Look, these are low sodium MREs. These were like really cheap. I actually got them at a gun show, and the case of MREs probably was like $50. So, and then at the bottom of this container is just a bunch of number 10 cans of different Mountain House meals. So this is beef stroganoff. I got pasta primavera in here. There's lasagna, chicken and rice. So there's about 4 different number 10 cans of food in here. And then I have a bunch more MRE type stuff. So it's a lot of food. It'd probably keep my family going for, especially with those number 10 cans. Probably a week is what I'm thinking. About enough food in here to keep up my family fed for about a week. All right, so moving on. This here is just my sleeping bag. Like I said, there's some things that are missing. Some of my wife's stuff is not in here, like her sleeping bag and her clothes, stuff like that. But this here is I forget what they call these, but basically it's like a portable potty. It's just a 5-gallon bucket, and then the lid is like a toilet seat. And in this bucket, and basically the idea with these buckets is there's like a plastic liner that you would put in before the person would use it. And then once they've used it, you basically tie up the bag and dispose of it. And there's, I think they put some type of component, like some chemical that helps the deterioration process or the biodegradation process. But in here is just basically hygiene related stuff for the family. So we got a bunch of toothbrushes in here. There's some bars of soap. We have some shampoo, some washcloths. And then this is kind of an idea. I never see too many people doing this, but I put some Tide packets in here for doing laundry in case you're out longer than you think you're gonna be. Have some toothpaste. And just some dental stuff. I have some foot powder, and then here is like some, what do they call this? It's like balm, but it's like sunscreen and helps with bug bites, stuff like that. And then in the bottom, I don't know if I want to pull this out, but at the bottom here, I have like 3 rolls of toilet paper on the bottom here, and then a bunch of the I actually have some trash bags in here, and then some of the bags that accompany the toilet. I have some hand sanitizer in here as well. So just kind of putting it out there, just some ideas. There's some feminine products in here I won't break into, but got some razors, shaving stuff, deodorant. This is the last thing I'll bring out. This is just packed full of different stuff. And then this is some stinging ointment. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this, but it's some type of lidocaine. What do they call it? Benzocaine. But if you get stung, specifically by yellow jackets, this is like the best stuff I've found to eradicate that sting and help the healing process of that sting. So if any of you are out there, you know, if you're allergic to either bee stings or even hornet stings, like I can get pretty allergic to yellow jacket stings, and we have a lot of yellow jackets here, especially in the summertime. So it's a common thing to get stung by them. And a lot of times in the hornets, they'll bite and they have like a bacteria in their mouth. And if you don't get to that bacteria quickly, that's where it'll really do a number on you. So I always make sure to keep some of this stuff with me. And that way, if I get stung or bit by a yellow jacket, I can put this stuff on and it just dissolves the bite or the sting right away. It kills the pain, and it also kills, it kind of intercepts the bacteria that they put in you that causes the allergic reaction. So super important, super good stuff. I have done videos on this tote before, but this is just a tote that's for the kids. So I have all 3 kids' bug out bags in here. Obviously they're small kids, so their bug out bags are very small. But I got basically just a first aid. It's just like a big boo-boo kit. So the kids are always scraping themselves, so we got everything we need for injuries for them. I got some comic books to keep them entertained while we're on the road. And then this is kind of a bag of snacks and different things that will keep them preoccupied. The other thing I came in here are just 3 of these Starkist lunch to goes, like Lunchables, but super cheap. I got these at Walmart for like under $2 a piece, and it's just like a basic snack kit. And then here, I got a bunch of extra waters in here. There's some glow sticks. I got a thing of wet wipes. And I'll pull out one bug out bag just so you can kind of see, you know, what a kid's bug out bag looks like. So there it is there. I know it's pretty cute, but and these are just what I set up for each kid. So this would be my son's, and they're all color coordinated. I put one of these lights on the outside of each kid's bug out bag. That way, if we're, you know, on foot at night, you know, all the kids, you know, can be easily detected. They're also all color coordinated, these lights and the bags, to just, you know, to best identify them. So we know, for instance, my son, you know, he's blue. And then on the outside of the zipper here, there's just like a whistle in case he gets lost, a little compass. And then one of the important things that I realized when you're giving a kid a bug out bag that was critical, what you might want to consider if you're going to give your kid a bug out bag is make sure that it has one of these chest harnesses. That way they can't get lost or, you know, detached from the bag, so the bag doesn't come off. Because I was noticing a lot of the bags didn't have this, and I could just see, you know, one of my kids pulling it off or it falling off, and you know, and then everything's kind of, the whole purpose of it is lost. So I wanted to make sure that I got bags that were extremely difficult to take off, and if you really needed to, especially if your kid was prone to wanting to take stuff off, you could run a little zip tie in here, and then that way assure that this does not come off of their body. So kind of an important feature. On the inside of this bag, it's just some basic stuff. So he has just one change of clothes and a poncho, and then pretty much that's what I carry in there for him. So yeah, each bag is pretty much set up the same way. So, I have done a video in the past of the family bug out plan, and so I go over a pretty extensive review of all this stuff if we were to bug out as a family. So I'll try to make sure to leave a link in the description for that video. But this is just a rechargeable light. So once my family and I reach our secondary bug out location, this is just a really good light that will light up the whole camp that we would be at. So super bright light, and it runs, the charge will last for a really long time. And then obviously got a case of water here to keep us hydrated. Here's my bug out bag. Let's see here. Hopefully this is still in the shot, but basically I've done a few videos on this bag, some winter versions, summer versions, so I won't go too far into it, but pretty much it's the same same setup I've always had. So that would be part of the system. This here is actually a Faraday cage, so we have I have a couple extra cell phones in here that are wrapped in like 3 layers of tin foil, and then I have a couple two-way radios. So I have two-way radios in here that are wrapped in the tin foil, and what else? And like a flashlight and a couple chargers, like external batteries. So that's pretty much what I keep in this can here. And then this bag is actually, doesn't look like much, but this is actually our family heirloom. So it would be the thing, like if we had to evacuate the house, we grab this bag, and it pretty much has everything, like birth certificates, copies of our driver's licenses, what else? Social security cards. There's family heirlooms. I have pictures that are irreplaceable that I keep in Mylar in here. Pictures of the kids, in case we get lost, stuff like that. So this is an important thing to put together if you haven't done so. I keep like the deed to our house, all stuff, all that kind of stuff. The important documents that you just can't replace. And then on the top here is a Bible. Can't leave home without that. And then pretty much last thing is just all 3 kids' sleeping bags here. So 3 sleeping bags for them. And I think that about does it. So yeah, I mean, it's a lot of gear, but like I said, it's, we fully intend, if we had to leave and, especially if we knew we had enough time, we'd probably be taking our camper with us, which also has extra gear. And we know where we're going. We have a secondary location that we would go in case there was an emergency. We had to evacuate this, our house. So it's not like we're just driving, just aimlessly nowhere. But like I said, this is pretty much the gear that I would take in any type of evacuation system, plus the defensive stuff that I showed you. So pretty much the same evacuation plan. It's just geared and focused more on like a high threat situation where we might end up having to defend ourselves. So kind of a focus on defense. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't done so already, please make sure to subscribe to my channel and thumbs up the video. And if you're also interested in more content like this, and I do live, I'm trying to do a live feed or a live stream like once a week. So if you would like to be notified of those, go ahead and hit the bell button, the notification button on this channel, and that way you'll be notified when I put out more videos or do a live stream. So, all right, guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and until the next time, stay prepared.